All right, this GMS Louisiana Saints coming at you with another sit down, man. Just a pre-camp lesson and through the spirit. Me and the elder brother wanted to get off, into basically the word being a shield unto the elect, man. All right, a aid, a helper. All right, and ultimately what? A protector. All right, we use this word to protect us from the wiles of the devil, man. On a day-to-day basis, all right, when we on camera, off camera, all right, this is a universal law that we all should be abiding by. But prior to getting started, we want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Rekakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the icons that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, man, this video will be edifying to the, first to the hopeful elect, man, and those that cleave to the body, all right? And with that, man, first started off.
I'm Barakia.
Brother Kaya.
And we basically get into like how the spirit, the spirit justifies the word. And basically, far as the scripture, like it talks about how the word is gonna purify you. Like when I first came in this truth, like you got cut by the word, like you heard the word for the first time and it cut you. That's that purification, that fire. And the scripture's we're gonna get in that, and the scripture's gonna tell you about that. Like
that's right. And the point is in 5, this Revelation 11. The point is at 5 what the brother speaking about, but I'm gonna start at 3. All right. And it says, I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, cloth and sackcloth. And the 2 witnesses represents the northern and southern kingdom. All right, the prophets that are upon the earth. Okay, these are the 2 witnesses that is speaking about. All right, those that are doing the work of the Lord right now today. All right, making a body a living sacrifice and speaking the word of the Lord. It says, and these are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the Most High. Yahweh of the earth. All right. And this is the point. You got it, brother. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies.
And that's that word. That's the word. The word cut you is like a 2-edged sword. That is that fire.
That's right.
Like if you get a precept, it's going to show you that the fire that it's talking about is talking about a spiritual fire. The spirit is what cuts you. Like, everything about this is spiritual. Everything about this last days and stuff is spiritual. Like the time of Noah, we're in the time of Noah again. For as we getting that fire this time. Like in the time of Noah, it was water, but now it's gonna be that fire. Talking about that purification.
Wow.
And the missiles, literally. But the spiritual is going to be that fire that we got to go through to, it's just like the time in Job, and not in Job, Daniel. But, in Babylon, when they had got...
Meshach and
Abednego? And they got set through the fire.
Right.
That's that purification, and they didn't even much get burnt or nothing. That's how spiritually, like, you got to be in this truth, like, for the word, like
right. This Jeremiah 5:14, it says, wherefore thus say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, our power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
Yeah, because when the fire comes, it'd be that pressure. Like what they say down here in Louisiana, that pressure, like that, it cut your spirit. Like what's understood don't need to be explained. Like you could be just talking about some random stuff, like, and all of a sudden, what happens? Somebody come out the woodwork talking about, how you gonna talk about this and that? Cause they ain't got cut. And we wasn't talking about nobody particular, but we was just talking some real stuff, and the spirit just was that fire, and it makes people quench.
Right, cringe. Right. And fire disintegrates whatever it touched. It's a purification mechanism. You
Right.
see? So whatever it touch, it basically it breaks you down to the lowest terms, man. You know, no matter how high you may be prideful, it break pride down. You know, and it break right. It's nothing that can't penetrate.
Even if you deny it physically, you know it spiritually.
Yeah, because your soul be cut. And I'm gonna get that after this. I get this right here to back you up what you're saying. This Sirach 28:17. It says the stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones.
And that's the whole thing. Like with the tongue of these words breaking bones. Like you couldn't sleep once you didn't get cut on this fire. This fire melt and disintegrate. Like the brother said, it disintegrates, burning down the powder. Like you can't deny it.
That's right.
The word is going to justify, and the spirit is going to. The word is going to be the word. Is going to be the truth. The spirit is going to justify it.
That's right. This Proverbs 18:14. It says the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear?
Who can bear? Like when you get cut,
That's the truth.
when you didn't got, just like I seen brother on Yakana or something. He didn't just talk random walking up the street and somebody just come out the blue like, what you talking to me like we ain't even talking to you.
God.
Like, what you mean? Like, what you even talking about? Man, you said this and that. Well, the shoe fits, wear it.
That's right.
You know, like, we ain't talking no particular nobody. We ain't putting nobody out. We basically talking about if the shoe fits, wear it. You know, when you spirit get cut, it's hard for you to sleep. And I ain't witnessed it.
Right. You're like you say, you go, days just thinking about that instance. Like, and how could word, they used to have this old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words have never hurt me. And guess who came up with that? Esau. Right? Right? Because he knew. You know what I'm saying? He knew he had no weak bones and that the word at some point was going to break bones, man. It was going to be as a whip, which makes it marks in the flesh, man. You see? Which is way worse because anything that's inwardly, you can't do, right, it's no healing for it. Because you got to think about it. Anybody bleeding internal, what they use? They usually die. You see? Why? Because internal wound can't be healed, man. There's no ointment for that.
Yeah, it comes from the inner flesh. Like, it's like,
that's right.
You can't reach this. Like, you can't get nothing nothing to stitch it up.
That's right.
Internal bleeding. Like, it's an artery that you got him cut.
That's right.
And that's how it is with this word. Like, the word is like a cut to the artery.
For real.
Like, you like, what the fuck after this? You won't cry. Sometimes they like how the word will just cut you.
That's right. This word is like and that's what we use against the enemies, man. Against our enemies, man. Which majority of these people are our enemies, man, because they don't serve the Lord. They don't fear the Lord. You're an enemy of the Most High if you don't serve the Lord. It don't matter if you're a good person and you go to work and you cut your grass and you take people trash. That don't matter, man. You gotta do. Hold on. You gotta do the work. You gotta do the work of the Lord, man, in sincerity, though. All the work that is required of you to do. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and that's gonna be how the Most High judge you. Like, He won't see what you through all the fire He put you through. How is you gonna come up and conquer that? How you gonna come out and be that pure gold? Like, that's what it's about. The word is about purifying you to that gold at the end of the day. You want to be that strong, tough gold. You know, and like, you got anything else?
Yeah, I got more. All right, like, and we use this word as a shell because the word is undisputed. There's not one person that came up against this word, man, and won. You see, not as is it a competition thing, but it's the defense of the gospel, which is also defends our spirit, because the Holy Spirit aids the men of the Lord, man. You see, and through the word of the Lord, this what we use to break our enemies down, man. You see, so it's not a physical thing, but it's spiritual, you see? So we not fighting physical, we fight spiritually, man.
Right.
With the word of the Lord. Go ahead, bro.
And that's the point of, like the brother saying, like, it's like this word is going to cut you to the bullets. And basically, as far as the protection, like, your faith is built on hearing the word. Like, you know, like hearing the word is going to build up your faith. Basically, like, all right, if I hear this and I can go do it, then what the hell? Then, excuse me, brother. That was my thought.
Don't worry about it.
But
I
got it.
Yeah.
Basically, for protecting, like, you hearing the word, and the word is going to justify you for as you're going to want to do it.
That's right.
It's like, don't hear the word, you do the word too.
Right.
So your faith is going to prove that you believe the word by your action.
Right. And the word, and that's what, like you say, like the word is the word assists us in battle. All right. Just like a knight has an armor bearer. And I'm gonna grab that right quick, which an armor bearer is one that bears the armor of the knight. All right. But a squire is what they used in the ancient time. And it's just on Wikipedia. All right. And I'm gonna read a brief little, thing in the article. It says, starting in the Middle Ages, a squire was the shield or armor bearer of a knight. So what is the shield and armor bearer of us right now? The word. The word, right? Hold on. It says, at times a squire acted as a knight's errand runner. All right, but this the point. Use of the term evolved over time. Initially, a squire was a knight's apprentice. All right. Later, a village leader or a lord of the manor might be called a squire, and still the term applied to key public figures such as justice of the peace or members of parliament. But that, let's see, South derived from the late classical. All right, that's cool. Squire holds the war horse. All right, so yeah, man. So that was the point. The squire, make your point though, brother.
Right. Yeah, I made my point.
All right. Let me see. Let me pull this real quick. All right. This because when you go into the word armor bearer, all right, it's just one that bears the armor, but it specified a squire, which is that's one that. So the word, all right, bears us. It basically the word is like our hands and our feet. That's used for war, almost like you see.
It's your armor. Like
I
say, don't go.
It's your protection.
Don't go to war without your armor. Like you dig.
Facts.
So when you go to war, like you got your arm brace and your leg brace, your knee, your calves, anything to protect you. Like that's how the word is. Like the word is to protect you from all. Because there's nothing in this world that this word can't prepare you for.
That's right. There's
nothing in this world.
I got it. I got you too right here. This Ephesians 6, I'm gonna read a few precepts right here. In 11, I'm gonna start at 11. The point is in 16, but it says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." And the armor is what? The word. Putting on the whole word. All right. And why do it? If it speaks of armor, is it really speaking about why would he say put on armor when we don't have armor on when we go out there? You see.
Protection.
Protection. That's right. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So we got to spit out that spiritual fire, man. Right. All right, that word to break down the nobles and the elites of this world. Go ahead.
When you dealing with somebody, you're not dealing with a regular person. You're dealing with spiritual beings that's possessing these people. Like when you in this word, like is every day is an attack on you.
Right.
Every day is an attack. So it's like you're not dealing with regular people. Like it's demons.
Demons you battling
controlling.
With. Yeah. Being controlled. That's right. Yeah.
And they'll put you in a certain position. Yeah. But yeah, that's how demons know. Like basically
who we are. That's why that's right. The demons do know who we are. That's how they know, how to attack them. And we know what words to put out to scare them off,
right,
to push them off.
That's our sword. That's
right.
That's right.
Against Right.
Principalities of war.
Right.
Like the spirit, this is our spiritual word.
That's right.
So that's what we gonna use to fight and counter the demons and stuff that come attack us.
That's right, man. It's a counter. This is our counter. It says this 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole arm of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth. And what the word of the law is the testimony of the Most High, which is the truth. And the truth in Psalms 119 and 142, it says, go ahead, brother. Let me finish it out right quick. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. So why is it relating to armor as the word of truth? You know, the armor as the breastplate, right? And the arm, right? It's the protection. Go ahead.
That's what the armor represents. Like, it represents protection to shield you from your fleshly being penetrated or whatever in war. Like,
right.
So this word is spiritual now. Like, it's not physical armor. Like you go get out and get no. All right, I'm gonna go get some night armor and stuff, and just stand out here and face. No, it's talking about a spiritual. Like, this word, basically, when something happens, this word is there to guide you on how to handle that situation.
That's right. This Psalms 119 and 142, it says, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Now, it just told you that having your loins girded about with truth. So if the law is the truth, then the law is the what? The word. It's the precepts, right?
What's the duty of all man?
Yup. To fear God and to keep the commandments, which is what? The law. That's just beautiful, bro. This 15. And your feet showed with the preparation of the gospel of peace, because we defenders of the gospel, all right? It says, above all, this the meat of the video, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, man. All right? That's the shield of the word. Go ahead.
The word is, like I said before, hearing the word and doing the word, that's build up your faith from hearing the word.
That's right.
That fire you hear, you get cut, and then you move on and you like do better.
That's right.
You find out what the scripture say don't do or what it is to do, then you follow that. That's right. You might have your bumps in the road, but at the same time, you get up and you keep going. It's a never endure to the end. Right. That's what the scriptures say, endure.
Right. This Samuel 23 and 2 and 3, it says, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua spake by me, and his word was in my tongue. And remember, the tongue is the way to ward off your enemies, through the tongue. But through the words of the Lord. So we got particulars when we do speak. All right, we reason within our life to make sure that it's matching up with what we saying. You see, it says, the power of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me. He that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God, with the words of God. Because through the power of the Most High, we persuade men through fear. You know, through using that word. Go ahead, though, brother.
Got one more. I said, the law is another way for you to persuade. Like, you tell a person about the dietary laws, like, this is why you catching diabetes and all that type of stuff. And if you stop doing that, basically, you can stop the diabetes.
That's right.
You feel me? But you know how Jake is. Jake won't do what they won't do, and they don't want to listen to this word. So they not protected from the scriptures. That's
right.
The spiritual fire.
That's right, bro.
You know, so they gotta go get it like how they live, basically.
That's right. And this word is a shield of iron, man. And if anybody know iron, only thing could break iron is the Most High, man. He's the only one that could come between iron. You ain't getting nothing to break that iron down, right? You know? Right. That's a real strong element that was created by the Most High, man. You see? But this the last one we're going to get out of here. This Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 15 and 16. It says, thine almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction, which the almighty word leaped down from heaven, coming from where? From the angels into the what? Mouths of the prophets of the word. And it says, as a raw off thy royal throne, meaning it's coming from the Most High, as a fierce man of war. So this word is as a fierce man of war. You see? Meaning that what? A real strong man that's like David. You know, when David went to war. A two-edged sword, that's right.
Is a weapon of a
wow.
killing instrument.
That's right.
You know, so like we come and kill all the fucking scoffers and all the fucking strongholds, strongholds that this devil been putting out.
That's right. It says, and bought thine unfeigned commandments as a sharp sword. All right, commanded as a sharp sword with the word of the Lord, and standing up filled all things with debt, and it touched the heaven, but it stood up on the earth. So this word gonna not ultimately kill, will kill your spirit, but it's gonna kill physically too at a point, man.
Right.
You see,
the word is everything spiritual.
Right.
Before it come physical. Like
right.
we ain't gonna be sitting there talking. We ain't gonna be sitting there talking and begging you no more. You say in the scriptures that we gonna be fishermen, then we gonna be hunters.
That's right.
So once we put down the Bibles and put out the real literal swords, it's gonna go down.
That's right. For real, bro.
And that's gonna be that fire that we gonna be putting out into that literal fire come.
That's right. So the fire is a fire before the actual fire, man. That's a good metaphor that you said, man.
Spiritual fire before the physical fire.
That's right. And right now, we got to use the spiritual fire to, like you say, to ward off our enemies right now, because that's all we got, and we got to wait for the Lord, so he shall fight for us, Right. But that's it, man. But with that, we'll close it up.
Yeah.
All right, but with that,
Shalom.
All right, yeah, shalom to you, brothers, man.
All praises.
Go ahead, you close.
All praise to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone.
And salutation to all the Akim who's pushing his word in sincerity and truth. All four corners.
You're right, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, you brother.